Islanders 4-0 winners with a pair of empty netters. And Butch, you look at this game and you look down at the shots. No team had 10 shots on goal in a single period. It was just Islanders hockey. They played it to a T, and they win a nice 4-0 shutout victory for Semyon Varlamov.
Well, they returned to their style of play. They maybe learned a little bit of a lesson from the game before with the Washington Capitals, that they couldn't get away from how they played the game, because really right from the opening face-off, they were a consistent group. I mean, they did so many things well. All the little things. I love the play in the neutral zone. I mean, the Washington Capitals on so many occasions turned the puck over. They just couldn't get through there with any speed, and if someone did get through, it was a one-on-one situation. So they did a marvelous job, and overall, I thought they stayed focused the entire game. There just was no let-up in their game. They had a game plan, and Barry Trotz wanted them to play a certain way. They played it most of the season, and they executed it perfectly.
They are now 7-2 through their first 9 games of the playoffs. They're moving on. They will play either the Philadelphia Flyers. If the Flyers advance over Montreal, their game is tomorrow night, game number 6 in that series. Or if Montreal comes back and wins that series in 7 games, it'll be the Islanders against the Boston Bruins in the second round. They have already advanced in that one. In this game, you said that Josh Bailey, Anthony Beauvillier, Brock Nelson needed to be a big part of it. Boy, were they as big a part as anybody.
They were fabulous. I mean, they've been most of the offense through these playoff series, and certainly Anthony Beauvillier has been a real star out there. But the three of them have really found a niche, and they found a way to get it done, and that's the power play. And then for me, you get a power play goal, you're probably going to win a game, Brendan. So the Islanders finally do get one, and Anthony on the offside is able to handle that one, and they just continue to come. And this play by Josh Bailey is just as good as and pretty as play as you can imagine, and that's just a great finish. But they played well the entire game. They created a lot of offensive opportunities. They were solid. They were really good in their own zone. They made smart decisions. They were good on the forecheck. This guy had tremendous legs. So yes, Anthony scored the 2 goals, but all 3 of those guys, they played extremely well, and they gave the Islanders a nice lift.
6 goals for Anthony Beauvillier through the first 9 games of his playoff. Tied for the league lead in goals. Josh Bailey is one off the league lead in assists. You're talking about the New York Islanders being up among the scoring leaders in the postseason.
And which is a bit of a surprise, because the Islanders certainly aren't a high-scoring team. But, if you play good defense, you're going to generate opportunities. And just think where they would be if they had a few more power play goals. They might even lead the parade, although certainly Colorado has a whole bunch of offense. But the way they have played, Brendan, is important. And Barry Trotz, when he took over this team, he said, we're not going to win 5-4. That's not our DNA. We're going to have to win 2-1, 1-0, 3-2, and true to their image, that's the way they got it done today.
How about 2-0 with 2 empty netters in this one, because the defense was so good, suffocating. Again, nothing 5-on-5 against this team, nothing special teams. They killed off the very limited power play opportunities that the Capitals had, and this was Islander hockey again.
It really was. I mean, they were so good in their own zone. I mean, it's got to be frustrating for the Washington Capitals to play against them, because there was always somebody leaning on them. And we can talk about team defense, and you can look easily at the defense, the six guys that play back in front of the goaltender, but it was all about the 5 guys. Look at the support. If you watch these clips, they just never get outnumbered, and they're always quick to get on the puck. And again, drive them to the outside, but again, support right there, a little bit of a check, and they let a little kick puck, and then quickly move over, and then when they needed a little help, well, the defense were always in position. So that's the type of game that the Islanders can really excel at, and which they did tonight. I mean, they were just a total focus, Brendan. And I'm sure they did some videos and stuff like that and said, look, this is the way we play. This is the way we need to play. And they played it to a T. And when you watch them, you say, you know what? They can beat anybody because they're tough to play against.
After the loss in Game 4, a lot of the comments were, we know it's more about us than about them. And they went back to that, and they didn't seem panicked. They didn't even practice yesterday. They just rested, got ready to go, and got back to their game here today. And it helps when your goaltender's locked in as well. Semyon Varlamov, 21 saves. Our save of the game from this one, Butch, early on in the third period, a save on Nicholas Backstrom that was absolutely critical.
It really was, and it was. He made it look so effortlessly. I mean, this is a real well-conceived play by the Washington Capitals. They get it out to Backstrom. And look at this. I mean, Backstrom's, looking at it, he can't believe that Varlamov, he's out in the top of the crease. He moves quickly from right to left. He focuses in on the puck. He's got it. And he makes that save look like, what's the big deal? I had it all the way. And that's the way he played all night, as I said earlier on. they were throwing basketballs at him, and they had no chance to get it by him.
Save of the Game is brought to you by Bethpage Federal Credit Union. Bethpage Federal Credit Union, we care about what you care about. Semyon Varlamov started and finished all 9 games so far in the Stanley Cup Playoffs. He is 7-2, and he's not giving up the net anytime soon. He's leading the Islanders into the next round.
He's making Barry Trotz look like a genius, isn't he? I mean, you wondered would Thomas Greiss play or would Thomas Greiss start, because he's had a pretty good season too. But no, they went with Varlamov, and he certainly did not disappoint. I mean, he played excellent. He gave them every opportunity in the world to win every hockey game, really, as far as I'm concerned. So he's starting to get a reputation as a playoff goaltender in my mind, because he came up with a lot of big saves, and he seems really relaxed, Brendan. Not fighting the puck, not overplaying the puck, just squaring himself, calm. I just like the way the mode that he's in right now.